Hi, Wanda. How are you?
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you
Yeah,
again.
lovely to see you. Nice and formal. So how's it going with the album?
Since the album release, it's been good. It's been an eye opener to see how sort of my music is being received. And also, as you know, as well, it's the first time I've really produced as well. So having my productions out there has been nice. It's been good. It's been a good time. Sort of connecting with fans after the album was released, after the few shows that I did. They'll be on the music. I did the AIM Awards as well, performed there. And won an AIM Award as well, so that was mind-blowing. So yeah, it's been good. It's been really good.
Well, it's a great sounding record, and like you, actually, it's quite a unique piece. You managed to find your own space in a very overcrowded market. Was that kind of a deliberate thing, or was it just like stuff that you like, you're fascinated in, and you just kind of make it all work together?
Yeah, so on this record was more about me showing my versatility, me sort of setting a foundation for myself. On the record, you'll hear all different flavors, all different sounds. And that's me as an artist trying to show like I don't want to be boxed into anything. I'm an artist, so I just create art. And that's what Formula Wonder is about.
Would you say primarily, are you a rapper, a musician, a poet, a motivator?
Can do all those things, but I just like to say I'm Wonder. Do you know what I mean? I'm Miss Pussy Power. You get me? But all of them things I can do. But I know a lot of people write about me as a rapper or as a poet, but I see myself as just me because I can evolve. I'm a producer now, which I wasn't a few years ago. If you put yourself in a box, you sort of remain in a box, I think, in my head. So I'm sort of out of the box. I'm just whoever I am at that time, but I'm a creative. I like to create, and yeah, an artist. I like to make art, so yeah.
I mean, I know you write the words as you walk down the street, like anyone does. It just comes into your head, doesn't it? But also sparks by the beats as well. So is it kind of lots of different processes?
Well, lots of different processes. As my girlfriend will tell you as well, it's in the middle of the night. I wake up in the middle of the night to grab my phone to write. Words come to me as well, just as I'm sleeping, which can be annoying even for myself. When I've got a beat, I can sometimes I write to a beat, but a lot of the times I just write words and try and formulate it when I've got the beat there. If you know what I mean? Normally it's not even really got too much of a flow to it until I've got a beat maybe to sit round it. Or if I've got a flow to it, I've got a producer now that I'm working with quite strongly, Fat Buddha, and he kind of can match my flow. So yeah, we work quite well. He's produced quite a few of the tracks on Formula Wonder.
And you're still working with a lot of other upcoming artists as well, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. As you seen on the album, Predo on there, Superlative. He's also my teammate as well as a collaborator on the album. Styley on there is also my teammate as well. I had Ace Clark, Prince the Kid. They're all sort of money local artists as well, upcoming artists. And yeah, I think it's nice to sort of collaborate with like-minded people, especially at this stage of my career. But yeah, I'm looking for bigger features and bigger collaborations as time goes.
And what's it like working with Heavenly Records? Because I mean, it's kind of known as it's quite diverse what we do, but it's kind of known as an indie sort of guitar label generally. I mean, so you're sort of different from what they normally do. So that's kind of an interesting position to be in, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, it was a bit mind-boggling for me. Do you know what I mean? Because it was like, where do I fit in? But then at the same time, it was like half mind-boggling, but half like, this is cool because I'm like the new one. You get kind of like only gay in the village sort of thing. You get me? So it was nice being that only one that was there. And then as time has passed, it's maybe got me into spaces that I would have never ever seen before if I wasn't with Heavenly. You know what I mean? And maybe them not knowing quite where to place me and placing me in places that I wouldn't have placed myself has, maybe I didn't even see it then, but expanded my artistry has sort of opened my mind to the industry a little bit more. It made me seeing things that I wouldn't have seen. I've got artists in Manchester that are saying to me now, that message me and say, oh, I wonder, like, because you're now in this space or been in this space, you're making it easier for us to be in that space. So it's nice because I don't just want to be locked into the hood or just locked into, like, do you know what I mean? Just urban or hood shit. Art flows. I want to flow like the universe flows. You get me? Like energy flows. I want to be everywhere and anywhere, but I don't want to block out anything. I still want to be in them places, but it's nice to be in them places as well. I want to spread.
It's a brilliant thing to do, really, because I don't think you want to be in a cultural ghetto, do you? Just making music for your 10 mates. You don't want to actually water down. But you haven't actually watered down what you do, but you take it to the place as you.
Exactly,
that's what you're doing,
exactly, and force feed them.
And you've been playing a lot of different kind of gigs as well. So whereas 10 years ago, you'd be doing very underground kind of spaces, which you still do.
Yeah.
I've seen you out of festivals as well, like more mainstream festivals.
Yeah. So it's been with Heavenly and sort of releasing more music has got me into places like Boomtown or Glastonbury. We out here. It's just been even Kite Festival, things like that. I was at Bearded Fairy. That was a great festival as well. And I know I wouldn't have really been in that circle of festivals if it wasn't for sort of the label that I was with and the way they were sort of pushing me. So it was, it's nice, and it's, as I said, it expands my artistry. It sort of makes me see the bigger picture a lot more than being in them ghettos or just being in the hood and just having your mind on just Manchester and just that area, if you know what I mean, which I know a lot of artists do, and I used to be one of them. I didn't care as long as Manchester was feeling me. Like, not even just my brethren was feeling me. Get me? But now I want the world to feel me. So it's
Why not have both?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's it like when you play those festivals? You go on stage. There's been about 6 guitar bands on. Then you come on. What do the crowd do? Do they kind of go, "Wow, what's going on?"
Come on, man! I rock it every single time. When I'm on stage, that's what I love to do most. I love being in the studio. I love writing lyrics. But being on stage is like, I feel like I'm floating. I feel like that's where I feel like in my most powerful when I'm on stage. So yeah, every time I'm on stage, I think they feel that energy from me, because I think when you're enjoying yourself and when people can't help but catch that same vibe, catch that same energy, and I go sick on stage, I'm up and down, and I think they just bounce off the energy that I give them. The last 3 shows has been crazy.
The words have an energy as well, though. The words kind of dance.
100%. When I flow, I like to make it move and I like to make it bounce. But I guess that's just like a energetic person. Do you know what I mean? I'm not someone that likes to sit still too long. So I think that just reflects when I'm sort of on stage, and it's a chance for me to just let go and sort of explode a little bit.
You got some gigs coming up, haven't you, for the venues week?
First of all, I'm buzzed to be supporting Independent Venue Week, because as an independent artist, independent venues are our lifeblood. That's like where you grow. That's where you meet fans. That's where you learn your craft. That's where, do you know what I mean? There's so much that you get from independent venues, grassroots venues. And for artists like myself, unless you're selling out the O2 or the AO Arena, this is your bread and butter, really. So I'm glad to be on board, and I'll be doing 2 shows. I'll be doing one in Nantwich and also one in Darwin as well. Nantwich will be at the Granary Arts, and Darwin will be at Sunbird Records. So yeah, I'm gassed to be doing them. I've got some support acts there as well coming down for both shows. I've got Spespero, Kaiba. They're both sort of DMB girl, then you get me there. They're doing a thing with the DMB, the jungle vibes. So that's nice, as it will go well with my vibe. At the end of my set, at least for the last 20-30 minutes, it turns up, and that's where you hear the drum and bass coming and that. So it'll be nice for them to do their thing as well. And that's 2 females doing it as well. So I love that. I've got Dylan as well and Lauren as well, who will be opening up for the show as well. They've got close bonds with the art centre as well. So it's nice to sort of have that connection and be supporting the Independent Venue Week with these shows. And Darwin, again, fit to turn up there as well. So yeah.
So you want to take what you do more out to the grassroots like this in the future?
1,000,000%. I don't think I'll ever stop performing at grassroots. Grassroots are where you can connect with your fans on a different level. Even when I go and watch performances at grassroots venues, it's different than when I've been to sort of Co-op Arena. Like you're sort of distant, you're there, but you're not really there.
You can see the eyeball.
Yeah, you can see the eyeball, like, you know what I mean? Maybe on a big screen, but they're like silhouettes to you, you know what I mean? Like little mini characters, but at least when you go and see someone live in a grassroots venue, it's there. You can sort of feel them. You can feel the sweat sometimes. You can, you know what I mean? You can feel the power, the passion, music, like things vibrating you differently. And and because I feel that, I know that's what people are feeling when I'm on stage, if you know what I mean. And you can't replicate that outside a grassroots venue. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Again, I think it's really good that you're taking what's ostensibly like an inner city culture and taking it to these sort of smaller towns and small places, smaller venues. I think that's really important.
Yeah, definitely. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about this. it's nice because it's towns which wouldn't normally have this happen in their city or in their town. And it's a good thing because everyone deserves good music. Everyone deserves to turn up at points. You know what I mean? Everyone deserves to like feel the pussy power. You get it? So yeah. So it's nice to connect with places that even I've never really been to before. Darwin, I think I've been to once, but that was briefly. But I've never been to a show there. I don't really know how they sort of the music life is there and things like that. So to bring myself and my music there, and also for them to share their music with me with the support acts and things, it's gonna be sick. And the same with Nantwich as well. So I'm just excited to be in towns that haven't really felt me before and leave a mark and leave sort of my presence behind and my energy behind. So yeah.
I think in many ways with music, we're kind of almost beyond genre, you know, like if you do a good live show, doesn't matter whether it's heavy metal, indie,
trust.
Or 6 different styles of music that you managed to put together.
Yeah. No, trust me, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I have learned from being with Heavenly. I didn't used to know that before. And it's crazy, like I was quite close-minded when it comes to that. I just thought, right, I only like hip-hop or R&B or this, do you know what I mean? Or people would only listen to me if they like that kind of music. They won't listen to me if they like a rock band, and then they won't. But no, like I was so wrong. I go to stages just after a rock band's playing and I've gone like sick for the rock band, and the night come and they go just as sick, or I'm sick of him. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I catch fans from them places where they didn't expect to see a rapper doing hip hop and then switching it up to drum and bass and a bit of drum roll, and do you know what I mean? And yeah, and I'm doing that at festivals where there's bands, my bands, Wonder. You know what I mean? So yeah, and it's feeling good on stage. It's feeling hella good on stage, and the energy that the audience are giving me back is it's priceless. So after Darwin, gonna be heading down to Leeds, Sheffield, Cardiff. Darwin, I've not been there before, I've not played there before, but Leeds, Sheffield and Cardiff I have, and the response that I got from them cities have been crazy, especially the last time I played Ice for Back. I had my first like proper encore where they were screaming one more song. That was sick. So to be going back to Cardiff and knowing that like they felt my energy hard, and to bring that back but elevated is going to be mad. The same with Leeds. I was live at Leeds recently. So to go back to there, the crowd was mad sick there as well. I had people coming up to me saying, oh, I've seen you from like Brighton, or you're sorry in this city. So it was nice to have fans actually coming back that have saw me around in the air as well. So that was crazy. And the same at Sheffield as well. I was at Lead Mill. I played there recently a couple of months ago. So to go back to Sheffield and in a new venue, because I played Leadmill, I think 2-3 times now. So to go back in a new venue in a town that I know has already felt my presence and has welcomed my presence will be sick.
Not only national, international as well. So you got some. Like,
jeez, come on. You get me? I put this on my affirmation board like a year and a half ago. You get me? And it's like it's come to fruition, which is
South by Southwest.
South by Southwest.
Is this going to be your first American show, or have you been before?
My days, have I been before? I'm an immigrant. I've just got my visa. I have not been before. It's got my visa. I've been fighting for years to get that visa. This is the third time I've tried to apply for a visa. The first time I've been 2018. So it's been nearly 6 years and I've been knocked back. So I've never, ever been American my whole life. Never been once, ever.
Now somebody steeped.
So that's mad.
Somebody grew up rap culture. What's that like?
Someone that grew up rap culture, like America was like heathen. Do you know what I mean? As you know, like, so to go, I wanted to go to America all my life. Obviously my parents, I didn't really go on holiday. I never went on holidays as a kid abroad. So America was too far-fetched. You get me? Couldn't go to Disneyland, but I would never mind going, you know what I mean? So that was far-fetched. So it was just that was something that, like, when I get old enough, I'm going to go to America or move to America. There was one point I want to move to America. And then that soon, when you grow older a bit and then you see what America's really like and that you stop wanting to move there, but it's still, do you know what I mean? It's still the place for music and rare, especially for rap and shit like that. So I play in Greenland, but it's my first ever American show. So my first ever American show, my first time stepping in America as well. So it's going to be like, it's going to be sick. I can't wait. I really can't wait. And I'm bringing a team with me as well. And I can't wait to show them what I do. Do you get me? Because I know, like, yeah, there's one thing people feeling me here, but I know they'll get what I'm doing so much down there. If you know what I mean, though. Yeah, man, I can't wait to just bring them my sound and my shit and my message and yeah, man, it's gonna be sick.
What's interesting about this is, I mean, obviously rap started in America, they dominate the industry. It was a very British like rap, and there's been for like 5, 10, 15 years developing, but also very Mancunian version to what you want, isn't it? So it's actually become a hybrid, its own thing.
Man,
So are you aware of that, or to you, is that just how it is?
No, 100%. I'm aware of it because rap came out of just the struggle, out of just sort of the struggle of ghetto life, of sort of what in people in Britain would call urban life. Do you get me? Of life in the hood, sort of speaking out against the man, against sort of the society, against sort of government, the oppressors that are keeping them down there. And rap was the only way that you could speak out and sort of have your voice be heard, express yourself. So I clung on to rap because, yeah, it's the voice. It's like a voice for people that are on the bottom rung of life, if you know what I mean. And it's weird because in my head, I don't see myself on the bottom rung of life. Like, I know what I am now, you get me? So I tell myself what I am, but I am also aware that in society, I am looked at as the bottom rung in life. When I used to do, before I decided to do rap full time, I did social work course, and I was told that as a black woman, I'm like the lowest in society. Because, well, as a black gay woman, because blacks are the lowest in ethnic race, women are the lowest in like sort of sex, and gays are the lowest in sort of sexuality. Do you know what I mean? So being a black gay woman, it's also a superpower, people looking at you like that. Do you know what I mean? They underestimate you, they think that you're less than what you are, which is, it's good for me. Do you get me? Because it's only my voice that I need to listen to and my opinion that I need to listen to in life. So rap, I clung on to as a voice for me to express myself, and it has become that. Like, it's been that throughout my whole life, through school, everything, all my hardships, having my daughter. Rap has always been there. It's a thing that's either got me in trouble because I wouldn't show up, you know what I mean? But it's got me to where I am now because I didn't show up, do you know what I mean? So rap has just been a savior for me. Rap, poetry, and rap is poetry, it's rhythm and poetry, so gently. So
it's interesting, in pop culture, there's always a struggle for people to try and be unique. You're just unique anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, because I'm myself, you know what I mean? And I think if you are yourself, you have to be unique, because we are all unique. It's like, that's a given. So I'm just being myself, do you know what I mean? That's all I can be. I didn't always used to be myself. Like, I wasn't always happy with who I was. But I think the moment that I came out and found my consciousness is when I thought, fuck that. Like, people don't like me, that's their business. I'm sick. So now I think, like, I used to think if everyone didn't like me, there's something that I needed to change about myself. You know what I mean? And now I think if I like me and a million people don't like me, there's something wrong with them because I'm sick. You get me? It must be like something wrong with their head. So once I think of the world, things like that, it just makes things easy. Just do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
And interestingly, you do South by Southwest, but almost completely opposite type of event. You're going to Estonia to play a festival as well.
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to Tallinn, and that's very new to me. Like, the whole Estonia just in itself as a place is new to me. Tallinn is new. I've heard things about the festival. I've heard how amazing the festival is, how diverse the festival is. So I'm just excited to bring the team there and do my thing and show them what I can do. But yeah, I'm excited to see the town and just explore. And that's the beauty of music as well, is it helps me see the world.
So not only doing all these international festivals and these grassroots gigs, but there's more words coming as well, isn't there?
Yeah, loads more words coming. I did my first ever poetry only gig at Factory International in Manchester on the 12th of December this year. So I'm stepping into my spoken word bag. I think this year a lot more. I've just finished off a commission piece for National Landscape Forest of Bowland. That was sick. That came off my trip from Greenland, and I wanted to explore sort of my artistry in a different way. And that's
I think it's a really interesting idea, really interesting project, because obviously the urban stuff's really important, but it's almost like the complete opposite, isn't it?
It was the complete opposite, really. It was, but like I said, it was a way for me to. I like nature anyway, if you know what I mean. I think like when I walk out into places that are vast and it's just nature, it's not really, you've not got a lot of man-made, things around buildings or whatever, then I feel like you just feel a bit different within yourself, don't you? You feel like everything and nothing at the same time. So I wanted to convey that in words. I wanted to convey that in a different way that I now would do in my music, if you know what I mean. And the Forest of Bowland project, the National Landscape project, gave me a chance to do that, so I leapt at it. I've been writing quite a few spoken word pieces. Like I said, I did my first ever spoken word show, and I'm building up to National Poetry Day in March, and hopefully doing a few pieces on that day, and just sort of exploring it a lot more. I want to get booked eventually as a spoken word artist as well.
I've seen you do your spoken word. You did some for us the week at the Citation in Manchester. It's mesmerising. It works really well just with the words, because you've got the rhythm, the flow, the whole thing. It's almost like, obviously the music's good, but you don't actually need the music to deliver the words.
Yeah, man, definitely.
But is it different for you to actually do? Is it different?
I think it's like, I like doing it. I guess it's not different, because I was going to say I feel like I'm floating, but I feel like I'm floating when I do music, but it's less, it's more of a static power.
But there's still music, and you're working towards more music, maybe an album.
Working towards a lot more music. I've been writing. Yeah, I'm working towards maybe a new EP, a new album. But yeah, I'm just exploring different sides of myself and trying to do a lot more storytelling in this new part. Like I said, my first album was, I wanted to show people my versatility. That was my first thing, because I knew if I had my first album and it was one thing, that's boxed in there. Do you know what I mean? But because I threw so many things at people, you cannot put me anywhere. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So now I can sort of now concentrate. I can do a bit of storytelling there. I can maybe just do a whole drum and bass album, a whole hip hop EP, a whole this, whole that. Do you know what I mean? And I can choose a whole little Afro thing, this, there. So now, but yeah, storytelling and spoken word is what I'm focusing on this year in my music. Still music to make people bounce, but make you think as well, and I want people to really listen to the words that I'm saying. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you.